Good morning, everyone. So this is your reading for Monday, July 1st. Happy Canada Day. Yeah, big shout out to all you guys. Love you dearly. Anyway, I'm using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. That's that deck that I lost the book, but thank you, Dr. Nancy, for the shout out that I could order the book separate. So I'm going to look for that. But meanwhile, I wanted to let you know this was where I learned years and years ago. I don't know, this book I think was written in the 80s, but it's Eastern Body, Western Mind. It's really thick. But that's where I learned back in the 90s. The author is, sorry about that glare there, Anandea Judith. Eastern Body, Western Mind, if you're interested. It really, really dives into all the chakras and, the body. It's really about healing through the body, healing through the somatic experience. Is that about right? Somewhere like that. Probably a little more. Okay. Anyway, what do you guys need to know for Monday, July 1st? What would help the most? What issues may be up for healing, or what may be maybe what will you be dealing with for this day? Monday, July 1st, 2024. There we are. Oh, again, okay. Issues of perfection. Let me bring it down a little. Perfection. Insecurity. Now, these are both first chakra issues. So the way to deal with them is to get really grounded. And then faith. Oh, I love that. Okay. I just heard have faith in yourself. Believe in yourself. Right? Okay, so my chopstick here. So perfection being one of the first chakra, groundedness is what's the task with the first chakra. It has everything to do with our passion, with our vitality, our sexuality, and it can sometimes be, if you're stuck in the throes of perfectionism, which I think we all go through that. Or at least, at the very, very least, just thinking for some reason or another, maybe it was something that came through in childhood, that if I could only be perfect, mom would love me, or dad would love me, or the teachers would love me. Maybe you gave up on your parents and you're looking for love through your teachers. So what happens is, when our life force is going out so much to get from others, and it's not being grounded back, not coming back in through our bodies, then it pulls from the strength of our bodies. Because that first chakra is so connected to our energy source on the earth, and how when you're grounded in the earth, you're building a foundation. You're moving through life like building a foundation. So the root chakra cards, they show us how to manifest, people, especially if you have a lot of Aries in your chart, or your astrological chart, or you have an Aries ascendant and your chart ruler is Mars, they will kind of instinctually know the right way to go at the right time. For some reason or another, that's just the way that the way it manifests through their bodies, is that being very grounded on earth helps them know which way to go. So I love that. Now, with this card, with perfection, I guess the reason I was reading a little bit online about this deck, I was trying to get what I could from some reviews on Amazon, but then I didn't look for the book. I still need to do that, or maybe I'll just buy a new deck. I'll just have 2 decks. I don't care. But anyway, this one had to do with the raspberries having to do something with protecting an inner conflict in between wanting to be perfect and look good all the time, and and then just having compassion for yourself and compassion for others. So it's one of the guidelines with this card, or the guidance, was to just let go as much as you can of try. I think the words were something like being unattached to the outcome, right? I mean, we could all do that all day long. Just go for the love, go for the joy, and let go of the outcome. But then another one of the warnings with this card had to do with the need to be right, or it's like you can. What is that? What's that thing that they say? Like, you can win an argument but lose the battle, or whatever. Or maybe the battle is to have healthy relationships. But and there's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than it's okay to be wrong. But there's nothing worse than being in an argument with someone and they're being cruel just because they want to win the argument. They want to have the last word. They're not listening, and it's all about trying to prove you wrong so that they can be right. And then that way they're perfect and in a superior position and above it all. So those are the pitfalls of this card here. Other pitfalls that I can glean on my own is just that need to be perfect can be so draining to your life force. I think that's the simple message here. So, and this might be the morning. I tend to look at the middle card as the theme for the day, and this probably morning and then afternoon or evening over here on the right. But work with it however it works for you. Don't hold fast to I can't have a forcing current there on what it means for you guys at all. And you may pick up things that I'm not getting, and feel free to drop it in the comments, because I always appreciate what you guys get, and trust that it's very possible, very, very, very possible, because we're kind of a group soul family here, right? We're connected on the soul level here together. So your comments probably very much help others in the, we probably could just read each other's comments and get what we need. So anyway, if this is the theme card, it does have to do with a level of insecurity, and I see this as just not knowing how to really love yourself through any situation. Hence, we try to be perfect, and then we're possibly going to get the love outside of ourselves. But life is a mirror, and it will always mirror back to you how you are within yourself. So if you are feeling insecure, you're going to either attract people who are going to poke at you and your insecurities, or you're going to attract other insecure people, and you can work out stuff that way. It's okay. But insecurity is a really challenging thing. I mean, I really appreciate the demon here, because it is a demon. Within insecurity is self-doubt. Self-doubt is the hardest hurdle to get over, especially when you're like reading cards and when you're learning and you're like, oh, I don't really know, I'm not sure. Well, but what if you did know, right? What if you went with that first thing that you get? What if you go with your feelings? What if you let go of words or what it's supposed to mean and just go with the artwork, especially when you're reading different decks? But so some of the other meanings with this this card has to do with the energy going, and I talk about this a lot. It's like when our energy doesn't go out into productive ways of living, if we're not looking for productive or healthy attitudes and getting a handle on those things, if we're holding our hearts, back in fear because we're afraid of not being perfect, then we can become very stagnant and we can get stuck. And you don't want to get stuck with, that kind of energy. But it does help us to grow up. It helps us to be more courageous and more fearless. Those are hallmarks of the first chakra and this card. And so, but anyway, it has to do with needing change, a change in attitude, an attitude adjustment, to let go of the fear. Like I always say, feel the fear and do it anyway. As long as you're not going to hurt yourself or hurt someone else, go for it. And if you make a mistake along the way, it's not really a mistake, it's just a lesson. It's just a learning lesson, which is beautiful. And then you really truly learn how to have faith in yourself. You keep coming back to who you are. You keep working with your relationship with yourself on earth, moving through time and space. And then you have your guides, your guardian angels, always with you, and you just keep walking your path. Now the purple cards are of the sixth chakra. So in that realm, we're dealing with kind of trying to find your way in the realms that are under the veil. A bit where you're having to rely on your intuition. And now there's this deep level of integrity within this color of the chakra as well too. I tend to see it as more of this is more pink in it. I just tend to see it as more of a lighter lilac, like the amethyst here. When I get guidance there, it lights up this color. But whatever color it is for you is right for you, because we all have our own unique guidance system. But anyway, this does have to do with our integrity, our dignity. It can be unfolding our spirituality via the avenue of working through our inner child and letting our inner child teach us what happened, and but just opening up to all your senses. And this is especially the sixth sense and the third eye. You might be wired that way to where you have that clairvoyance, where you see. So yeah, okay, well that's all I have for today. And again, happy Canada Day. Bye.